Hi, welcome to another session of Message from the Streets. This session will deal with mental elevation. What is mental elevation? First of all, we got to think about the word itself. It's self-explanatory, dealing with the mind, mental. And elevation is to bring it higher. So in life, we start off in a certain atmosphere, being cultivated by our parents, our schoolmates, so forth and so on. But somewhere along the line, we get accustomed to certain behaviors, and we put that in our lifestyle as, as facts, or as this is a way of operation. Yet, mental elevation has to deal with moving from a once polarized state of thinking or being. So, we coming through life, we experience a lot of things. When we're younger, we may be what our parents identify as being hard-headed. And once we learn not to do certain things that will irritate our parents, and we learn to maneuver around whatever has been irritating them or having them to get on our case, that is a form of mental elevation. Mental elevation is also broadening your horizon. And one way that I know to broaden your horizon or your thought process or your consciousness is to gather information. And if you think that the information that you have today or yesterday is, all of that and some, and you don't need any more, you're sadly mistaken. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and we are continuously involving, and our involving of our inner self manifests our evolving of our outer experience. So I'm suggesting that, if you have an opportunity, read some books, self-help books, books about history, books about things that you may have interest in. And if you're not a big reader, go to the internet, look at YouTube, get the information, cross-reference the information, and elevate your mentality, elevate your operation. Because mental elevation is beneficial. It brings about a transformation, a transmutation from the lower ways of doing things into a higher way of doing things. Yes, people can get mentally elevated and learn certain types of things and pervert it or invert it or manipulate it to mean what they want it to mean. But I'm talking about getting this information and strive for self-improvement. Mental elevation is a necessary tool to bring about self-improvement in the lives of those who want to have a better experience. One thing for sure, that life is what we make it once we get to a certain stage. So once you get past your childhood, your early teens, and you come into adulthood, you're starting to create your future. If you don't want to go to work, you want to stay at home all day, blazing, playing the video game, or even just being promiscuous, you're planting the seeds for your tomorrow. And then you'll have your friends or your associates, and you may look at them and they may be going to school, going to work, and what they're doing is planting seeds for their future as well. So life is what we put into it. We plant these seeds, in the harvest that we receive is from the seeds that we planted. And we planted seeds of laziness, wickedness, gossip, low vibration type of activities. This is what we're going to receive in the future. And these things, I'm not saying that they're bad, but they're not beneficial, because all of us go through certain stages where though that we have to become mindful of what we're doing. If you're in a situation and you find yourself slandering your friend, or you just being negative, or you hostile, you angry all the time, can't nobody change that about yourself but you. And that's a part of mental elevation as well. And I'm telling you from personal experience, when I was younger, I used to look at things in a negative perspective. And I did that, as I look back on it, as a form of protection. But it also held me in bondage. I was mean mugging all the time, You know, people used to be saying, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? A lot of times I used to be thinking, but I also was thinking in a negative perspective. Now I'm thinking, people can't even tell that I'm thinking that much because it's a more calmer, a different type of frequency of thinking. You know, I'm thinking about trying to see what the next move gonna be, what is gonna happen if I do this, and that. That sorts of things could be most beneficial for myself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a point of view, but today's topic is mental elevation, elevating your consciousness or your mentality from a lower debased state to a higher state of frequency and consciousness. This is not something that we should be debatable. This is something that we all should strive for, to be better spiritual beings, to interact with our children on higher levels, our families and our friends. I was telling my man the other day, he was upset with somebody. I was saying, you know what? That energy, that's you. That person, they said what they said, they did what they did, but the whole thing, your response is affecting you more than it's affecting them. Even if you would go to put hands on them or go to be verbally abusive to them, that's still affecting you because it's within inside of you. You're planting and harvesting certain type of energies that mean you know good for your spiritual development. Once again, mental elevation is a way of life. Self-improvement is a way of life. Thanks for joining this session of Message for the Streets. Live your life on purpose, with purpose, on purpose.